Premanande. We ended up doing a little extra kirtan. Sorry. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, Text 48. Tam vayuragnir avaneir vyarambhumatraha. Tama vayuragnir avanir vyad ambhumatraha. Pranendriyani hridayam chid anugrahascha. Pranendriyani hridayam chid anugrahascha. Sarvam tvameva saguno vigunascha bhuman. Sarvam tvam eva shaguno vigunascha bhuman. Nanyat tvadastyapi mano vachas niruktam. Nanyat tvadastyapi mano vachasa niruktam. Tam vayuragnir avanir vyad ambhumatraha. Pranendriyani hridayam chid anugrahascha. Sarvam tvamaeva shaguno vigunascha bhuman. Nanyat tvadastyapi mano vachasa niruktam. Pranendriyani hridayam chad anugrahascha. Tvam, you are. Vayu, air. Agni, fire. Avani, earth. Vyat, sky. Ambu, water. Matraha, the sense objects. Prana, the life airs. Indriyani, the senses. Hridayam, the mind. Chit, consciousness. Anugraha cha, and false ego or the demigods. Sarvam, everything. Tvam, you. Eva, only. Shagunaha, material nature with its three modes. Vigunaha, the spiritual sky and super soul, which are beyond material nature. Cha and Bhuman, O my great Lord. Na, not. Anyat, other. Tvat, than you. Asti, is. Api, although. Manaha vachasa, by mind and words. Niruktam, everything manifested. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O Supreme Lord, you are actually the air, the earth, fire, sky, and water. You are the objects of sense perceptions, the life airs, the five senses, the mind, consciousness, and false ego. Indeed, you are everything, subtle and gross, material elements and everything expressed, either by the words or by the mind, are nothing but you. Purport. This is the all-pervasive conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which explains how He spreads everywhere and anywhere. Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. Everything is Brahman, the Supreme Brahman, Krishna. Nothing exists without Him, as the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 9.4. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyaktamurtina Masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshavastitaha. I exist everywhere, and everything exists in me. Yet I am not visible everywhere. The Lord can be visible only through devotional service. Tatra avtistami narada yatra gayanti mad bhakta. The Supreme Lord stays only where His devotees chant His glories. Very nice purport and translation. Actually, there is the material world has its own energy known as the inferior energy. There's two types of energies. The inferior energy, the material energy that we are under, sometimes known as the prakriti, the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. And then there's the superior energy, the spiritual energy, that the spiritual sky is mentioned here. Spiritual sky is under that direct control of Krishna. But according to this verse, everything is under the direction of Krishna. Maya dakshana prakriti shriyate characharam. This word characharam also means like the herding of the cows. When you herd the cows, they call it charachara. So He herd them all together. He controlled them in a group. So Krishna is the ultimate charachara, the controller of everything. He lined them up, or charachara, like the cows. He got them up all together, and that He is the supreme controller. Yet, Krishna is aloof. He's not directly involved in the management, because all the managerial activities are already done by His energy. Like I said, the superior energy and the material energy. Characharam. Krishna controls everything through His energy. And He remains Himself aloof. So, everything we do, everything that we don't take credit for it, because we know Krishna is the doer. And Krishna uses us to engages us to serve him. So he is also very wonderful that he allows us to be connected to him, like it says here, through chanting the glories, the holy name. Because Krishna is there in the name. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar, Krishna is there in his name. You can, when you chant Krishna's name, you are actually associating with Krishna. Krishna's there in his name. That's the thing. So, that's why it's so blissful when you chant Hare Krishna, when you associate devotees, when you glorify Krishna. It's so blissful because Krishna is there in his name. As soon as you utter the name of Krishna, you just feel blissful. And that's what Rupa Goswami said in his books as Bhaktivedanta Sindhu. He says the symptom of chanting Hare Krishna, the symptom of doing devotional service is that one feels blissful instantly. And whether it's material or spiritual, a devotee, he knows this is all Krishna's energy. He's not in any way bewildered because he sees this is all working under Krishna's direction. So therefore he is aware. That's why it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Jnana dipena bhasata. One is enlightened through the light of knowledge. Vashvata. Vashvata means light. And Prabhupada explains that when the sun lights up everything, it's actually dominating us. We are all under the sunlight. So that sunlight is dominating all the people, everything in this world. It lights everything up. So similarly, it's all Krishna's energy that we are under that energy. Just like the sun, that everybody is under the sunlight. So that sunlight is Krishna's energy, is Krishna. Just chakshura sha shavita sakala grahanam shavita. Shavita, it means sun. We also chant Gayatri mantra. This word comes in the Gayatri mantra, Savita. That the first Gayatri mantra, we are invoking the sun god. And the sun god, he is working under the direction of Krishna. Nothing is, according to here, is outside of Krishna. It's all Krishna's energy. And that's why a devotee, it's not that we know is Krishna's energy, even if it's Maya, it's Krishna's energy, but there is a difference. Just like if I'm talking to you, you're looking at me, I'm talking to you. You turn your back to me, you're the same person, but I don't want to see your back. I'm talking to you, you're facing me. So similarly, the material energy is Krishna's external, inferior material energy that's working in this material world. The people that turn away from Krishna, that's the living entities. So here, we have to know that an intelligent person, he knows, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Prabhavo means everything. Aham sarvasya, everything. Krishna's aham is coming from me. Mataham sarvam pravartate is an emanation of Krishna, material and spiritual. So this verse is actually very much in line with the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. You know, 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is the opulence of the Lord. In that chapter, if you read nicely, it's all about Krishna, that he is, everything is coming from Krishna. Krishna says, I'm the ocean, I'm the sun, I'm the moon, I'm the mountains. He explains it like that. So here, similarly here, Krishna is everything. It's all Krishna's energy. So when you glorify a devotee, you say nice things about a devotee, glorify a devotee. And that's a nice thing. Krishna himself does that. Krishna is always glorifying his devotee. That's why he got Arjuna to glorify Arjuna. He says, he's my friend. He's Sakha Cheti and a devotee. So because Krishna always likes to give credit to his devotees, even though he is the supreme. God himself, as Lord Balaram. Balaram is Krishna's older brother known as Dauji. But he takes the platform of servitorship. Like in this world sometime, older brother, young brother, there's some conflict. So I'm the older, I tell you what to do. But there's nothing like that. Lord Balaram, he's taking as a servant of Krishna, Ananta Shesh. So, in the spiritual world, Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is dominating, but Krishna is not thinking, I'm so and so. Everyone serve me. In fact, Krishna is serving others. Just like in Vrindavan. This is the time of the year, this month of Kartik. Actually, a devotee is not just on the month of Kartik. He is always observing Krishna, any time of the year. But especially this month is a month when you meditate on the form of the Lord, of Krishna, childhood pastimes. Mother Yasoda, she is, put under the influence of Yoga Maya. There's two types of Maya, Mahamaya and Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is to make a devotee think that directly of Krishna. She is thinking that this Krishna is my son. If you know Krishna is God, then the relationship, it won't be the same. Like you won't be thinking this is my son anymore. You worship him in awe and reverence. So that's Yoga Maya. So she's assisting also in serving Krishna. So this month is such a special month because in this month you can meditate on Krishna, you can progress in Krishna, you can triple your advancement in spiritual life, you can double your spiritual advancement. This is Krishna's mercy because he is taking compassion on us. He's giving us a concession. In Australia, very famous for concession card. If you're over 60, you don't have to pay so much. It's concession card. So Krishna makes this concession. Special allowance. I remember when I was this kid's age, I used to think, I wish I was very old because then I would be closer to dying. I don't have to live in this world anymore. But I am now in that age. We are closer to Krishna. It doesn't mean old or young. Closer to Krishna means depending on your spiritual advancement. A lot of people are old, but doesn't mean they are observing Krishna. So, not everybody gets, gets a scholarship. Unless you are Gopal Vrindesh or someone like that, you get a scholarship. But you have to work for it. We all have to work for advancement. That is also Krishna's mercy, because He's allowing us to do service to Him, allowing us to chant Hare Krishna. Because that is the ultimate mercy of Krishna, because then we have that energy to serve Krishna. It is so nice to glorify Krishna. It's just like when you're serving prasadam. You can sit down and take prasadam. It's also very nice. And also, when you're serving a devotee, also feels good because you're serving. Equally blissful. I remember when I lived in a Gurukul, I never wanted to serve. I said, I want to sit down and eat. But then I always found out the devotees who were serving, and they're always so blissful and happy. What is it that they're so happy? And they're not even sitting down eating, they're just serving. And then I thought, I want to serve. Then people say, oh, thank you, they smile at you. That's just so subtle. That smiling face of a devotee that looks at you, it just feels good. So spiritual happiness is very subtle. It's not something gross. It's a very subtle enjoyment, spiritual happiness. Just like material enjoyment, it's very gross. You can't enjoy material things forever. Like you see a movie, you can't see it twice. And you look through, say, I've seen it again. I've already seen it, I don't want to see. So anything, material pleasure, is, Krishna says, it has a beginning and an end. And it always ends in misery. But when you chant Hare Krishna, you can chant forever. It's so blissful. So, because Krishna is the holy name. Krishna is the devotional service. Aham sarvasya, everything is from Krishna. All coming from Krishna. So especially if you have that attitude, especially if you are in that knowledge, the position of Krishna is that He is the supreme enjoyer. We're not the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is. If you're rich or you're poor, it doesn't matter. Everybody has the same size of stomach. You can eat 5 chapatis. Somebody who is very wealthy, he can only eat 5 also. So the enjoyment in this material world is very limited. But Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Just like it says here, fire, Agni. This word comes in, this Agni. We do fire yajna. We all do fire yajna. Fire yajna, that fire is not the fire that you do your barbecue. That fire is the mouth of Krishna. He's accepting your offerings in the form of grains, in the form of ghee, in the form of fruits, flour. Just like he says, patram pushpam phalam toyam. Because He is the enjoyer. He's accepting your offering. Isn't it? So this is next month coming, this month, today is the last day of October, next month, starting from tomorrow, is November. This is the month of Kartik. There's a lot of amazing Krishna's pastimes took place in this month, Kartik. Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill. This verse in connection to the topics of Kartik month, because Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill. Why did He lift the Govardhan hill? He wanted to show He is the Supreme Lord. We are not in the power to lift a Govardhan hill for 7 days and 7 nights in a little finger. And when He was lifting the hill with His little finger, He is a little finger, not even the thumb. Little finger is supposed to be the weakest one. He wanted to show, it doesn't matter, Krishna is not weak. He's Balar Balataram. All the strength that we have is coming from Krishna. He is the source of all the strength, all the ability in man, Krishna says. So when He was lifting the hill for 7 days, 7 nights, it's not that He is shifting His hand. Oh, this hand is tired, they're shifting. And Prabhupada explains that He lifted over the hill like a child lifting a mushroom. That easy for Him. And He wasn't sweating, so tiring. And it said that when everybody was under the hill, what about your breakfast and your lunch and dinner? You need to go to the toilet. 7 days, 7 nights. Everybody under the hill. So Krishna created a mystical. That's why Krishna is known as Yajneshwara, master of the mysticism. They all felt free from hunger and thirst, tiredness. They felt absolutely they're in spiritual body. That's what happens when you're in spiritual body. You don't feel tired. You have the Sachidananda Vigraha. So they under the hill. So Krishna created that under the hill that everybody was bereft from any kind of suffering, the bodily suffering. Because Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. That's why he calls Sachidananda. Sat means eternity. Here we have a feast, and then we look forward to eat. Within half an hour we finish eating, and then we have to lie down, and then we regret that we ate too much. There's a lot of there's hardship. But Krishna ate a hill of food, a hill, annakut, a hill of food. And then he says, not enough. He said, bring me more anayor, bring me more. A hill of food. Have you seen Govardhan Hill, how big it is? It's actually small compared to 5,000 years ago. And they fill it all up. Top of the hill, they covered it with food. And Krishna expanded himself, he ate all of that with no time. And he said, not enough. That just proved Krishna's the enjoyer. On the festival day, they bring all this food in the temple room, and all this heaps of food around, and look at the food and think, wow, I want to eat that. That's the way he covered the cloth, so we don't lust over the food. It's for Krishna. But every time the offering is there, the plate comes back. So someone may say, "Well, how did we offered it we cooked it so difficult, hours and hours cooking, and he didn't even eat it. If the plate comes back." He ate it because he is able to abstract the devotion that goes in the food, the labor that goes in the food. He has that's mysticism. It's not that grossly he can eat it. He can. And therefore, every time the food comes back, there's that unique flavor in that Mahaprasadam than any other ordinary food. Because Krishna tasted it. He can abstract like a filter. Abstract that pure, the devotion, the consciousness that goes in the food. That is the spirituality of Krishna. That is the Yajneshwara, Master Krishna. And Krishna has hundreds and thousands of cows. How many cows Krishna has? 9 lakh, 900,000. How did he call them? "Hey, Idaro, please come, Surabi." He used to call them by flute. And every one of those cows had a name, and Krishna called them each with his flute. Hey, Surabi, and they'll be coming to you. So Krishna is Yajneshwara, master of the mysticism. The cow, they eat grass and produce milk. How is it possible? We have to buy milk. Why don't we, make a system, produce milk from the grass? But it's Krishna created that system. So sometimes say, "Look, I'm a yogi, I can do magic." Krishna is the ultimate magic. He created cow, they eat grass, and cows produce milk. And from milk, butter, yogurt, so many things comes. So pure devotional service means the highest devotee of Krishna is gopis. The gopis, they have so much love for Krishna that they even criticize Brahma because Brahma created us when we have to blink. When you blink, it's a fraction of a second. Right? So they said that fraction of a second they can't see Krishna. So they said, "Brahma, you created us, we have to blink. Why did you create us, we have to blink? At that time we can't see Krishna." That's the extent of the gopis' love for Krishna. That's why the gopis are known as the highest devotee. Gopi bhartu padakamalayur dasa dasa no dasa. We are servants of the servants of the servants of the gopis. So fire, different energies. Bhumi, rapo, nalo, vayu, kangmana, buddhire, vaja. 8 types of energies that this material world is made out of. Bhumi is mentioned here, Bhumi also, earth. Apo, water. All similar to the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. They say the thumb, the 5 fingers, each finger represent an energy. Thumb is known as earth. So you chop off your thumb, it's pretty hard to do things, isn't it? So thumb is known as earth. So we're standing on earth. So if the earth's gone, where you stand? So this is Krishna created the earth, so you can stand on. So you may be whatever you are. If you have fire in your stomach, you couldn't digest the food you eat. Doesn't matter how good the food is. If you didn't have fire digestion, you couldn't eat anything. So Krishna says, Agni here. He says, I'm that fire. I am the water. Everybody depends on these energies. You need to have water, you need to have fire. Not only digestive food, we couldn't cook it. We couldn't cook the food because there's no fire. So it's very simple to understand this knowledge. We just have to understand who created it. Who is the person behind? This is how we have to see. Just like this temple, this Melbourne Mahaprabhu Mandir. When you come in here, you see the garden, the water, the fountain. You know, it's all nicely organized. Come in here, you see the dressing of the deity, so beautiful. You appreciate the beauty of this temple. And if you're intelligent, a little bit more intelligent, you want to ask, who is behind it? Who is doing all this? This cleanliness, this painting, this who is organizing it? So similarly, we want to know the ocean, the sun, the moon, and the mountains. Every day the sun sets at exactly at a particular time. Every day the moon will rise or not rise. The sun will set and rise at a particular time, exactly. You think that's all an accident? There's all been organized. So this is intelligent. Intelligent means to understand who is Creator behind and thank Him and serve Him. Become His devotee. That's Krishna. And that's what Krishna says. When you can know the position of Krishna, then you want to serve Him, then you want to become His devotee. Just like if you love someone, you want to know more about them. And then you want to become friend to them. It's very, very natural. Samaham sarvabhuteshu namasyasyanti na priya. Je bhajanti tumam bhakta mai tete sucha priya. The word sucha priya. You know Priya. Some girl's name is Priya. Priya means dear. Je bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai tete sucha priya. Su means he. Sha, he. Krishna says, Je bhajanti, whoever worship me, I am dear to them. Even though he says, Samaham sarvabhuteshu, I am equal to all. So someone may say it's contradictory. Because it's normal. If you understand who Krishna is, his position is, you want to serve him. Then when you serve Krishna, you become dear to Krishna. And it says, if someone who preaches my glories, Krishna says, they are very dear to me. So this temple is Melbourne Mahaprabhu Mandir or any other ISKCON temple. It's a place of learning. It's a preaching center. Confirm my phone. So this place, what's the reason for us to have this temple? We can all sit here and just have fun, and we are having fun. But especially when people come, you can see this is such a wonderful place, this temple. So appreciate, because we are here glorifying Krishna. Our idea is to glorify Krishna. Our idea is to put Krishna in the forefront. Preach His glories. I remember the first time I came to ISKCON temple in Mayapur. In the 70s, in the early 70s, Mayapur was really, really rural. There's one building stand in the middle of nowhere. It's all field. And I came to Mayapur during the Gaur Purnima. And so they said, you got to go to the Sahib Mandir. Sahib Mandir means white people temple. Sahib, you know. So I went there, and the first thing I was appreciating the temple room. Marble floor, so clean and so cooling, and the lighting, the chandeliers, and just like this. I just so appreciating. So I thought this is I want to be here. I want to be part of this place. So this is a preaching center. So Krishna, His mercy, it comes in the form of this beautiful temple. It's Prabhupada's mercy. So the idea is to glorify Krishna, to make the best for Krishna, best food for Krishna, best everything for Krishna. Because Krishna is the enjoyer. Krishna is the source of everything. It's for His pleasure. Isn't it? And that's why this Kartik month is a month when we all come together and enthusiastically chant and glorify Krishna and meditating on Krishna, offer the ghee lamp. What is it that so important to offer ghee lamp? Because Krishna's favorite animal is cow, offer it ghee. That ghee is we cook the food stuff for Krishna. When Lord Ram came back from Ayodhya to Ayodhya from Sri Lanka after killing Ravana, they light up the whole city with candle. That's called Diwali, a celebration. So when you offer ghee lamp, it's a prime way. It's the most auspicious because light, fire, it has the capacity to burn away all the dirt. So when you offer to Krishna, it's the purest form of object that we can offer to Krishna, and very pleasing. When you look at the fire, especially if it's coming from a ghee wick, it's very soothing to look at. It's actually good for your eyes. When you look at electricity, it hurts your eyes. It's a very natural form of fire. So you offer ghee lamp to Krishna. In that appreciation, that is Krishna's energy. Agni is Krishna's energy. It's Krishna. Krishna says, I'm here. He says, I'm the fire. So you offer Krishna. I know some people that I know, before they light the fire or gas stove, they offer, they say Hare Krishna, and they chant some mantra, and then they light it. That's actually very devotional, because they know this is Krishna. I know some people, before they even go to the kitchen, they pay obeisances with tilak and nicely dressed. It's Krishna's temple. Such a nice way to evoke calling on Krishna. It's very devotional. It's very attractive, actually. So we have to always try to strive to become perfection, to make things for Krishna's service in a most best way we can possible. Cooking or cleaning, dressing the deity, in whatever we do, we have to do so perfectly that it pleases Krishna. The idea is to please Krishna. That's what it says here. Towards the Prabhupada finishes, it says, the Supreme Lord stays only where His devotees chant His glories. Glories doesn't mean just Harinam. Kirtan means also hearing about Krishna, doing service about Krishna. That's Kirtan. Anything, devotional service is Kirtan. You are hearing what I'm saying to you. Both of us, we equally important, because one is talking, glorifying, and one is hearing. Sravanam Kirtanam. And then not only this, dressing deity, or cooking, or cleaning, or managing, or serving in the restaurant, whatever we do, driving, if it's for Krishna, that is Kirtan. An expansion, just like Radharani. She is the personification of devotional service. That's why we pray to Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwavana Shudadev Pranamami Hari Priya. What is the Hari Priya means? Hari Priya. He is Priya, dear to Hari. So we pray to Radharani, please, this month is dedicated to Radharani, because she is the personification of devotional service, is an expansion of devotional service. Durga and Saraswati, these are all expansion of Radharani. So when you pray to Radharani, she is close to Krishna. So we pray to her, Kartik time, please, you are the closest to Krishna, please allow me to serve you, allow me to serve Krishna. So, Rupa Goswami said, one has to have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means utsaha. I use my password as utsaha in the Facebook. Utsaha is the password. So it's not secret anymore. So, key word for a devotee is to be enthusiastic. Radharani sees you are enthusiastic to chant Hare Krishna, enthusiastic to serve Krishna. When I went to travel with Indraduna Swami in Poland, the first thing he told me, I don't want to hear any complaints. I was thinking Maharaj is going to be very nice and soft and kind, and he is. But then when I was traveling with him, it's a different story. He's a pretty heavy person. You want to make sure that you are really good. You are doing your service nicely. You want to make sure that you are not doing your own thing. So he was very strict with us. Srila Prabhupada was like that, very strict. You want to serve Krishna, you have to do it nicely, perfection. Don't make one little mistake. It spoils. Just like when you're making sweet rice for Krishna, and I'm cooking next to it. One drop of some spice goes in, it's going to spoil the whole sweet rice. In one little bit drop, you spoil the sour things. So I'm always thinking that when they are cooking for the deity, next to it I have my pot, I'm making other things. So I'm thinking, I'm very careful not to, one drop goes in the sweet rice or the kheer you're making or burfi, whatever. So everything has to be done in a consciousness. That's what Krishna consciousness means. Not we just get the job done. It's a devotional service, devotional, with the mind of devotion, with the mind of spiritual attitude, consciousness, purified consciousness. This is so subtle. It's not just we just do our duty. It's more than that. Just like when you talk about the soul is Paramatma and there's Patma, the super soul and the soul. So Prabhupada said the soul is not just the soul, it's super soul. He is subtler than the subtle. So mind is subtle. So when you talk about the soul is subtle than the subtle. So just like the mind is subtle energy. So when you see the soul, you can't see the soul, but the soul is even subtler than the mind, subtler than the subtle. So pure. Pure. We say there's one bird in India, that bird, he goes, fatigue jal. It means, the bird is saying, the water is so clean, you can see through. So the bird is actually saying that. So that name of the bird is fatigue jal. Because he's saying, so similarly, the water is so clear, so pakka, so crystal that you can see it through. So we have to be like that. The process of devotional service has to be so first class. And the gopis and the Radharani, they are first class devotees. So when we perform service to Krishna, we have to always strive for perfection. How I can serve Krishna better, nicely, more nicely. Just like here, Bhaktiman, he dresses his deities, and all the people that help him dress the deities. It's not easy to dress the deity. There's a lot of delicacy, very intricate. You don't want to put pin in Krishna's head. It can, hurts. You have to put pin through different clothing, so it be so careful. And all dressed in a particular way, because Krishna is coming out to look at the devotees. He's dressing up, going out. Krishna is dressing up to go to the forest. Krishna is dressing up to go to see the gopis. Dressing up for Radharani. Krishna is dressing up to go out, going to the field or wherever. We sing in the Sunday Arati, Vajayanti Mala. He's wearing the forest garland. But not just forest garland. We decorate Krishna with all kinds of jewelry, most beautiful clothings. That's one of the things that I was so attracted to ISKCON when I first came. Because in India, our temples, they didn't decorate so like this. Very simple dressing. So when I came to ISKCON, I was like, wow, they're lighting up. So much lighting and dressing, so attractive. And Prabhupada's book, same, very colorful. The idea is to catch the people's mind. They're so attractive. And Krishna is very attractive. So when you see Krishna, you just want to be there. This is the process of devotional service. We have to meditate on Krishna and glorify Krishna, and understand what Krishna is, his position, our relationship with Krishna, who we are in connection to Krishna. So if you don't know who Krishna is, then how are you going to go forward to understand this philosophy? First you have to understand, side by side. Then you can explain more about Krishna. You understand? Like if I want to talk to someone, I have to know who they are, not just anybody from the street. I don't make relationship. Then, similarly, if we know more about Krishna, then we want to know more about Krishna's devotee, the temple, why do all these things. So it starts step by step. This is Bhakti Yoga, process of devotional service. We're not just doing it for entertainment. We're doing it because this is what we're meant to do in human life. You can do whatever, your family, your job, your business, but still you make an effort to serve Krishna, because that's what we're meant to do in human life. So this month of Kartik, this one particular month, this month is a time when we can go forward even more, make more endeavor to expand our service to Krishna. You know, push and put an extra, like when you're driving, you want to overtake, they put an extra boost, the brake, and not the brake, the accelerator, and then you put extra brake, next level, so you can go faster. So this month, you put an extra boost to your Krishna consciousness. And you can become a scholarship and get the, quickly make the process of devotion more quickly. So thank you very much. It's 9 o'clock. Any questions? Not even one? Hare Krishna. Yes?
What practices can we do to serve Krishna?
Are you speaking to the microphone?
What practices can we do to serve Krishna?
I'm just telling you all these things from here, just now. This month I was talking about, like you are doing now, right now, you can sit in the class, hear about Krishna from the Bhagavatam, from the temple, come sit down here and chant japa with the devotees. You know, we can help service, get more involved, chant japa. So there's many ways. You can read the Bhagavatam, purchase a book, or go on book distribution, chant, go on the Harinam, we do Harinam. There's many ways we're offering that. So the devotees can tell you more about this. So what we are doing, you can do the same thing. This is all part of the process. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Harchanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. You can surrender to Krishna in many ways. You can come here, sit here, do some service, chant japa with us. You can donate money to Krishna. If you can't do that, do some service. Or you can, there's many, many ways. This is all connected. And we can tell you all about that by being with us. And your friend, the other Matajis, they can tell you how to go about in serving Krishna by being here with us. Like if you are all alone in your home, they can tell you these things, how to practice serving Krishna. You can only find out people who are doing it. So we're doing it. The more you hear, you'll find out more about it from us. So the more you come here, you get more aware of what we do, and you can find out more about chanting Hare Krishna and practice devotional service from the devotees by being here. But you have to, first of all, come here more regularly. Come regularly more, attend the program, chant, and then you can gradually get to know more and more. But first of all, you have to actually come here. Yeah? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Radha Ballabha ki jai.